So there are the newest update to OL Monitor is 2.0 version, and this was done to make it more compatible with Windows 10. The old version should work with Windows 10, so it should be good. But future development is going to occur on the 2.0 version, and if any issues come up, they're going to get fixed in 2.0. So if you're going to Windows 10, or even if you're still on Windows 7, I recommend it. It looks a lot better. So over here we have the old one, and you can see the progress bar here is a little different. So all these controls have been updated to ones that are supported by Windows 10, and even Windows 7 looks a lot better. The new styles are supported. Let's take a look. This is a new feature. We've got in both versions actually, so you can see a little bit of the difference. So it's more of the flat style, and it looks a lot better just in general. You can see we got rid of all these borders. So for that, purely cosmetic. But the guidelines say that we're supposed to start supporting this stuff. So anyway, you can tell the difference here. Can you? Yeah. Between the two versions. All right. So that's over with. Let's move on to the killer features that are now in the 2.0 version. Okay, so if you want the upgrade, so let me go over this real quick. If you want the upgrade, just go to the OL Monitor website. This is a blog post talking about it. Just go to olmonitor.com, and you'll see the announcement is here. Talking about a little bit. Go here to the upgrade page, and it'll tell you about how to upgrade it and get a discount depending on how recently you've purchased your license. You get a bigger discount. So just ask for a quote. The sooner you get your quote request in, the bigger your discount will be, and the quotes are good for 3 months. Alright, let's take a look at this. So here we have a simple setup. We've got a black background with a white test foreground. We've got a simple turnaround time setup of, let's take a look at them here. We've got 15 minutes, they turn yellow, 25 orange, and 30 minutes to turn red. And this is all, I believe we've got it restricted to just stat priorities, so this is pretty good. But so starting off with something like that, I don't know, what else you've got going, but let's just see how we can enhance it with the new features. We've never been able to color the back row like on a row by row basis. It's just either, we've only been able to control one color. With the new Windows 10 upgraded list view control, we're able to do individual rows. So that is pretty cool. So let's just start with something simple. Let's modify this 30-minute turnaround time. And let's see. Right. So we just want to differentiate this a little bit. Let's change the back color to a new blue color, kind of a dark blue. And I've got starting a collection of colors that are based on some different color palettes, so you don't want to be too jarring, and people are going to be looking at this all day. I'm not a color expert, but doing my best here. So okay, now we can see we've got our stats with the nice blue background that are over 30 minutes, and it kind of brings them out a little bit more. Alright, now the other big thing is that's just turnaround times. Now we can do colors with filters. So new users of OL Monitor have always been confused because they asked me how do I do colors in there, and I found out they're in the filter tab, and I'm like, no, we do those in turnaround time tab. But now it's going to be more confusing because now we can do colors in the filters tab, and actually it's way more flexible to be able to use the filter language. And why not go ahead and be able to do colors and stuff? So let's start with the simple one. Let's make these all stats have a little bit different color, so we can differentiate them a little more. So all stats, and here we've got new options. It used to be just include and exclude. Now you have color, and that can take you to a new option here. Let's just change the back color to kind of a darker gray. Here you got a little preview. You can see what it's going to look like. And in this box you can see we can do the fore color, the back color. We can add a message if our condition is met. And since there might be a conflict between the turnaround time color and the filter color, you can choose whether or not to override it. And I don't think we need to do that right now, so let's just add this, see what happens. Okay, so now you can see the stats are all a little bit different gray here, and the timed are all black. So you can easily see which ones are the stats and which ones are routines. We've got all stats up here because we've sorted on the priority column. But yeah, you can the difference is subtle, but techs are pretty observant. They'll pick up on that. You don't want to make your colors too jarring, although sometimes it helps to go ahead and do that to bring attention to stuff. All right, let's say that let's take a look at the list here. We've got a lot of chemistries in here. We've got CBCs and stuff. Now we could do a sort on department here, and but let's just let's break them up by changing the color. So let's change the hemo stuff to a little bit different color. So let's see, where's department at? Department equals let's just color the back color, just make it a little different than the regular gray. Okay, a little lighter. That should break up the list and let us see. All right, see, now all your hemo stuff is a little bit lighter gray, and it breaks up the list and make things more visible. Okay, let's say so we've got our turnaround time set at What do we have our turnaround time set at? 15, 25, and 30. Let's say our turnaround time for hemo is 20 minutes, so we want to let them know before 25 minutes hits about those hemo tests are getting close to being overdue. So let's make another hemo filter. Department, equals hemo. And here we go. This is the time component. The process time is greater than 20 minutes. Let's draw their attention to it. We'll leave the back color the same. So we'll just decide that that back color we want to stay the same for our hemo test. And let's change the fore color to something that goes well with that gray. Here we go. This is a cool blue. Got my yeah, I got my blue mixed up. Let me go back to my color thing here. 252. Okay. All right. That looks nice. Okay. Done with that. And now we can see our hemo stuff is this nice blue color. Those are all unreceived those, but look at this. Our hemo stuff didn't change. Why is that? Because we forgot to tell it to override, or I forgot to tell it to override the turnaround time color. So all I got to do is click that. If your filter color doesn't work, just go back and click that. All right, so now we can see our all of our hemo stuff is this nice blue color. Now see, this one's not over 20 minutes old yet, so it's not turning blue. It's still sticking with the turnaround time thing. So now you can see we can handle all these different situations, and these colors can work together. Okay, so let's see the message. Now you can pop up a message to let your text know it's something they need to pay attention to. So let's say that we are really concerned about ERs from the cardiacs from the ER getting done. And so let's set up a filter for our ER cardiacs only. I forgot to mention on that last filter, so this is something that we couldn't do with the turnaround times, because those we can only make a condition on priority and location. But with the filters now, we can make a condition with just any of these fields and any of these operators. So now you can do coloring on the basis of all sorts of stuff, not just time, and not just location and priority. All right, so let's go back to making our stat cardiac filter. All right, so when the test is equal to, test is equal to card. And we want it to be just from the ER. We don't care about, let's say we don't care about anybody else. Contains ER, so we have several ER locations, and but they all have the ER in them, so we can use the contains operator. And let's make these are special color. Let's make the back color red. Let's make it a cool red. 27. There we go. Let's make this just white. That's kind of white. There we go. And yeah, we want it to override the turnaround time color. And let's warn the text. ER. Okay. So now we should see a message pop up. Boom, there you go. So that's another difference with the Windows 10 version. This message box looks a lot better. Anyway, so we've got our cardiacs turning. You know, you can't miss that. Here's the regular cardiac from subacute, and it didn't match because it's not in the ER. And it even it'll even do cardiacs that are received. But we could put a condition in our filter to not do unreceived if we wanted to. But really, you know, maybe you wanted to know the minute they order it, so you can just be standing there about the tube station waiting to throw it in the centrifuge. Anyway, let's see what else we can do. So another time that you might want a pop-up message. Oh, and here we go. There were two cardiacs that matched, so you can see that it's listing both of them. So another condition where you might want to pop up a message is certain tests require reagent preparation or thawing of reagents, such as a factor 8 or what's that one? A PFA. You got to thaw those cartridges out. So yeah, maybe you want to know about that the minute it's ordered, so you can go ahead and get your stuff ready. Let's see. Test is equal to factor 8. We're just going to give them a message. Okay. Let's see if that works. There we go. So we've got, as soon as they order factor 8, this hasn't even been received yet. It's somewhere down here on the list. Where is it at? Ah, here it is. They ordered a factor 8. Hasn't been collected for 40 minutes, but whatever. We're going to be ready for it because we got a warning. Otherwise, you might not have seen it here down in this list. And, you know, if you've filtered out all your uncollected tests, you can still, you know, in the filter, you can have it so that factor 8s pop up, and then they also get this message. And so even if they don't see it down here at the bottom of the list, they're still going to see this message. Now these messages, they clear themselves after 15 minutes, so this doesn't get cluttered up. And you can see how the messages match. If you have any colors applied, they're going to match the colors, so you can kind of find it on the list here if you want to. You can just clear them out. You got the message. Okay, so that's about it for now. I plan to add lots of cool features to the 2.0 version. And if you want to, if you're not signed up for the newsletter, I recommend it. I have added a link here in the latest version of 1.0 and 2.0, so you can get a link to the newsletters list. And anyway, go ahead and get that quote request in so you can get the maximum discount on your current version of OL Monitor. And that is it. Thanks.